Episode 2, The Sabbath Was Not Nailed to the Cross title, exposing the Colossians 2 lie. The Sabbath still remains Hebrews 4:9, KJV. There remaineth therefore a rest, Sabbath-keeping, to the people of God. If Hebrews 4:9 says Sabbath-keeping remains, then why are Sunday preachers so determined to say it was nailed to the cross? They often run to Colossians chapter 2:14-17, twisting Paul's words like a rope around their own necks, claiming he abolished the Sabbath. Let's read the verse they love to quote out of context. Blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross. Let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days. Colossians 2:14-16. At first glance it sounds convincing, until you realize Paul wasn't talking about the 10 Commandments at all. What was nailed to the cross? The phrase handwriting of ordinances refers to the ceremonial law written by Moses in a book, not the moral law written by God on stone. Moses wrote laws by hand. God wrote the 10 Commandments with his finger. 2 separate laws, 2 separate purposes, 2 separate outcomes. The ceremonial laws included meat and drink offerings, yearly festivals and monthly celebrations, things that foreshadowed Christ's coming and sacrifice, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Christ. Colossians 2:17. The Sabbath of the 10 Commandments is not a shadow. It was established in Eden, before sin, before Israel, before any ordinances existed. Refuting 3. More Sunday lies. Lie number 4. The Sabbath is just a shadow of Jesus. Truth. Hebrews 4:9 says, Sabbath-keeping remains, not shadows, not symbols, a literal command for the people of God. The weekly Sabbath is rooted in creation. Genesis 2:2-3. It points to God as creator, not just redeemer. Ceremonial shadows pointed to the cross. The Sabbath points to the God who made all things. Lie number 5. No one kept the Sabbath after the resurrection. Truth. The New Testament says otherwise, Luke 23:56, and they rested the Sabbath day according to the commandment. After Jesus died, Acts 13:16, 17, 18. Paul and the Gentiles worshipped on the Sabbath after Christ's resurrection, and here in Hebrews 4:9, years after Pentecost, the Sabbath is still upheld. Lie number 6, we worship any day. We're under grace now. Truth. Worship is not the same as Sabbath-keeping. Yes, we can worship God every day, but the Sabbath is not just about worship. It's about rest, sanctification, a holy convocation, a commandment. Hebrews chapter 4:10 says we are to cease from our works as God did from his. Grace empowers obedience. It does not cancel God's law. The final blow, Hebrews 4 versus Colossians 2. Colossians 2 is about shadows, temporary symbolic rituals. Hebrews 4 is about reality, God's eternal Sabbath for his people. Paul didn't contradict himself. He destroyed ceremonial shadows in Colossians while defending literal Sabbath rest in Hebrews. So if you're clinging to Colossians 2 to justify Sunday, Hebrews 4:9 stands as a sword against your deception. There remaineth a Sabbath-keeping for the people of God, and that means you.